Yuta
Why?
stated on the role statement. You know the statement.
The Yuta statement?
Yeah, and the data book statement.
We can go over both. Let's
They said
actually
the
get,
exact same thing. Yeah, good.
yeah. Let me actually get the Yuta statement real quick. It's chapter like 140 something. Let me get that shit. Because my argument involves the context. So
The topic is Ryu versus Hakari, bro.
yeah.
My fault. My fault, Matt. I didn't mean to little bro you. That was instinctive. I swear. That was super instinctive.
Alright. So what's it called? So when Yuta makes a statement, Yuji's basically asking him like why he should like go and get Hakari, because like what he's heard from everyone, Hakari's like a useless bum who just like sits around and is like kingpin. So Yuta saying that he's stronger than him doesn't have to be true. It can just be like him exaggerating Hakari's strength.
Yeah,
and I think that's wait, and I think that's supported because Maki disagrees with it as well.
Maki doesn't disagree with it. He kind of like questions it, but we see like Maki has like a particular liking towards Yuta in terms of like he holds Yuta to a very high regard, and I don't know to what extent she has knowledge of Hakari. I think us trying to like force a contradiction to Yuta's statement, I think that's a lot more weird than us kind of just like taking it for what it is, and because I think we should because it's also stated in the data book. Just to
we can like go over the data book after we go over the statement. Okay, so when you said Maki is putting this into question, that's not true. She says verbatim that's not true. I don't know how that's something like she puts into question. And you said
that's
like
not what I said at all.
and you said that Maki is someone that has a liking for Yuta. Why do you think she has like a major bias for Yuta?
That's not what I said. Also, for the first thing, again, I didn't say she put it into question. I said she questioned it, right? Those are different things. I think her questioning it means, in this context, just means like he doesn't believe it, right? And again, the thing with that is, again, I don't know to what extent Maki has knowledge for you. Hakari, right? And in this specific case, I think Maki has a like for Yuta. I'm not saying that she has a crush on him or some shit. I'm saying Maki just holds Yuta to a very high regard. When Yuki goes down, she compares Yuki to Yuta. When they're like worried about like their insurance shit, she points to Yuta. It's always like she has this opinion of Yuta because Yuta is one of the only strong people that we can verify she's seen firsthand. She hasn't seen Yuki. Yeah, like we don't know if she's seen Hakari. So I think he's just a reference point.
Let's actually just go over the knowledge shit. If you want to say that Maki doesn't have knowledge on Hakari, or like we don't know, do we have any way to verify that Yuta has knowledge on Hakari?
Just strictly based on the statement of data book. I think those two go in hand to hand.
Sure, you can send the data book.
Sure. Whoever just joined, I feel like verify these niggas.
Yeah. Also, the Maki knowledge shit. No, not knowledge. Her statements about Yuta. What's it called? I can actually.
I don't really want to talk about this right now. Hold on. I want to just get it clear. Yeah. You just write that down somewhere. We can get you in a second.
Sure.
Bro, me like taking a break from the calm has made me like so much more civil when debating.
I know, right? You haven't spurred on me yet.
Crazy. Even I'm impressed by myself. All right, let me find Steve. Hakari. Is Hakari? No, dude, where is Hakari? Hakari. Oh, there. What, bro? Can someone send the statement for me? Mercury, do you have it?
Mercury, Hakari above Yuta in the data books or some shit. What does it say?
It has the exact same wording Yuta statement does, right?
Oh, if it has the exact okay, yeah. We can go over this. So actually I think I know does it have Yuji and Megami on it?
I don't remember. I didn't look it up.
That's the only one I know of. If it's that one and it has the same wording, I'm pretty sure it says something like, okay, what's this ability that makes him stronger than Yuta when he's worked up? If it's if it's questioning this, if he's questioning this and he's using the same wording that Yuta has, it can be based off of Yuta's statement. And if Yuta's statement,
Here, wait. Chill. I found it.
oh, my fault. Yeah, you can say that. Nah, yes, he's not even in here.
Check accounts. It just says the secret weapon Tokyo Juice. Like it almost like attributes like everything strength related to Hakari. It hypes it up, and then the whole like stronger than usual things further hyped up. So if you're gonna say, oh, this is
Wait,
like
where'd
a
you send it?
requote, scans, but
Oh,
it's clearly not just a requote of what's said because it uses that to provide more credence to the idea that Hakari is their secret weapon and that he's really strong. And then
okay.
refer to specific panel now.
Yeah, we can talk about this. So, he's said to be even stronger than a Koto. Okay. It's said to my fault. He's said to be stronger. Who says this? It's a
Yeah,
rumor.
that's
It's
fine.
something
That's
said
absolutely
by
fine.
people. Who's saying it?
That's fine. But the author who gives us information on the series uses that as a basis of hyping up Hakari. Why do I think it's hyping up Hakari? Because right before this, the thing that like this statement is following up, it's the author calling Hakari the secret weapon. Obviously, it's in a fighting context, right? So I think if the author requotes it, unless he's just trying to mislead everyone and be like, "Oh, surprise, Hakari isn't that strong," I think it's just very likely that he's pointing towards the fact that Hakari is stronger than Yuta.
Okay. So, the secret weapon. Okay. So, if he's said to be stronger than Yuta, and we don't know who's saying this, the author can be hyping up Akari. That doesn't mean that the statement has to be true. He can hype him up without him being stronger than Yuta in actuality. And I have feats and other
How's that
statements
hyping
that we
up?
support that Yuta's above Hakari. We
But
can
then
actually
that's
talk.
misleading. You're trying to force a contradiction. So I think like you'd have to present
It
me
doesn't
with
have
shit
to
just
be a contradiction.
correctly. Hmm?
It doesn't have to be a contradiction.
Okay, sure. But that's what like a contingency of your argument is that this is just a rumor. I've given you a likelihood as to why it's not just a rumor. But if you think there are statements that are backing up your idea, so you can also provide likelihood, then you can go ahead and do that.
Sure. We can actually go over the feats first. Actually, how do you connect these two? Yeah, I'm gonna just stay with this. You're aware of the Kenjaku feat, right? Yuta, Blitz, and Kenjaku.
I don't think it's a blitz.
We can go over that. I'll just give my argument
Why is
behind this.
Kenjaku over Hikari in speed?
I'll get into that later. So what's it called? Yuta gets behind him. Kenjaku is the one that starts the attack first. You read from top to bottom, right to left. Kenjaku turns around, starts his technique, and then Yuta runs backwards from his original position, cuts his head off before Kenjaku gets the technique off.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, sure.
Kenjaku could just be fatigued.
He can be fatigued based on what?
I'm just saying that because again, if Kenjaku is below Yuta, Yuta wouldn't require this entire plan in order to take down Kenjaku, which is consistent in JJK. When characters pretty much to take a plan, which is Kenjaku and the Jidashu versus Gojo and Toji versus Gojo, whenever characters need to do a advanced plan in order to get an advantage
I'm
in a
agree with
fight,
you.
it's usually because they're below the opponent. I think in this case, it's particularly consistent that Yuta would be below him. And even if Yuta is not below him in terms of speed, I don't see why Hakari is below him in speed either.
Okay, I said we can get into a card below either. And you said that it's not consistent for Yuta to be above him because of like what's it called? They wouldn't have needed this plan. The reason they need this plan, this is explicitly stated, it's because Kenjaku has these cursed spirits around Shinjuku, like trying to like what's it called? He sees certain things. He's seeing cursed energy amount, and he has bugs that can see where Maki is. So the reason, and Hazanoki in the same scan says you're ready to run at any time. That's the reason they needed Takaba so that he can like lower Kenjaku's sensing so Yuta can actually get in close. Without that, Kenjaku would just run away. Doesn't mean that Kenjaku can beat him in a fight.
You think without that Kenjaku would just run away?
Yeah, that's what the scan says, and that's what he's
And
trying to do.
where in the scan does it say Kenjaku's gonna run away?
Okay, so the panels I sent and Hazanoki questioning this, and oh, do you go by TCB or Viz? Because in Viz, Kenjaku just not Viz, TCB just agrees with it.
No, because my Kenjaku agrees with it.
Yeah, Kenjaku's like, Fufu, it's just between us two though.
Well, again, he's just having a conversation with Hakuzuna, but I don't know why this inherently has to mean that Kenjaku would just run away if he saw Yuta.
I mean, that's the reason he has all these contingencies, so that
No,
when
wait,
he
but
gets
that's the
when he gets
problem though. That's the problem
wait, what?
though. You
What you
could
said?
still ambush Kenjaku without the requirement of Takaba there. Kenjaku was pulling up to them for
No,
like.
because if Kenjaku got any sort of sign that Yuta is pulling up, he would change his location again. That's the issue. Yuta can't get close without Kenjaku running.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Because what I'm saying is, Yuta would eventually have to fight Kenjaku anyway, because he's a guy with a plan, and Kenjaku was planning to. He knows that he's gonna have to fight the heavy hitters. So
Yeah, does he know he's gonna have to fight him?
he's literally considering it. He's like, oh yeah, the heavy hitters, and then
No, because no. He actually the scan. He's like, the heavy hitters are gonna be busy with you, which leaves me free to do as I please. He's not planning to fight them.
send me that.
Sure. Bro, you're the one that just quoted the scan. You should know what it says, bro. Come on.
No, I know what it says, but I don't know which part of it
Sure.
mentions the fact that Yuta's gonna
Do
fight.
you want Viz or TCB?
Hmm?
You want Viz or TCB, bro?
Either's fine.
Sure. I actually don't know what TCB says. Let me check. That's crazy. What chapter is the start of the Gojo fight?
I don't know. You know what? Even if I do grant you all this, I'll just grant you it because I can be like look for everything.
Sure.
Why is Hakari below Kenjaku's screen?
Are you aware of how Kenjaku and Urame react to piercing blood?
Kenjaku and Urome reacting to piercing blood.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
when Kenjaku reacts to it, he's basically acting like this is some like slow like missile that's like what's it called? Like he has no reason to worry about it. Whereas Urame, she's like she doesn't dodge it, she blocks it, and she's like, oh, this shit is fast. This is piercing blood. So they clearly just have a different reaction to this attack. Kenjaku's massively faster, whereas Urame has like, oh, she's like worried about his speed or something, and she's talking about
Yeah.
how it's fast.
Yeah, but that's only because when Urome it's used against Urome, it suddenly speeds up. Like it slows down and then suddenly speeds up.
Is that
Yeah.
true? We can.
Yeah,
I got
he
this.
doesn't improve piercing blood.
Bro, why does TCB only have half of the fucking scan? Bro, let me pull up manga see. Oh yeah, I remember. I remember Perfect told me about this. Are you talking about when like it shows like that sound barrier breaking thing?
Yeah.
Why can't that just be it reaching the sound like this above the sound speed?
No, it does initially, and then it moves, and then it does it again. We've seen the UG fight. That's when it breaks the sound barrier. What happens in this fight is it not only breaks the sound barrier the first time, it then moves long distance and breaks the sound barrier again. So I think Urome is reasonably confused as to why it just randomly sped up again.
Wait, what did you say about? Did you say something about the UG fight?
Yeah, I said during the UG fight, we see only like the sound barrier pops at the beginning, and then when it extends out, it doesn't do it again. In the Urome fight, we see it breaks the sound barrier and does it again long range, right? So I think Urome reasonably is shocked they can do it like at such a long range, and it suddenly speeds up.
I get your argument. There's an issue with that though. We don't see it break the sound barrier when Choso launches it the first time because we don't even see it when he launches it.
No, that's fine. Like even if we don't, we know how piercing blood works. That it's only the faster when it starts. Even if, let's say, hypothetically, it only breaks the sound barrier once, and that's like when it's close to Urume, that still means it's a completely different piercing blood.
No. Because if it's okay, so what I'm trying to say is that okay, so if it's reaching above the speed of sound, that can mean that it's gradually gaining speed, and then it gets like above the speed of sound. That doesn't mean that it's massively faster than it just was.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying though. If it suddenly pops a sound barrier, then it's increasingly getting faster and faster, right? If it's increasingly getting faster and faster, then Urumi could just be surprised at how much it's accelerating when it's at such a long distance. I don't think it inherently has to be her being able because she can block it. It's not even like a hard block. She like comfortably blocks it. She only really gets shocked when it like pierces her, and then she says fast. So I don't think there's any reason to believe that just because she's surprised by something that again is the first time Chosu's doing it. I don't see why that's any like indication that Hakari would be surprised or have struggled at all.
Yeah, I get what you're trying to say. So what's it called? You're saying that if it randomly sped up, then this is like something new to Urame or some shit. Yeah, like if it if it's above, like if that's when it reaches above the speed of sound. My fault. I can't speak. If that's when it reaches above the speed of sound, then obviously that's going to be when it breaks the sound barrier. That doesn't mean that okay, it's massively faster than it just was. So Urami would still have a gauge of its
You
speed.
understand that that's not a prerequisite of my argument, right?
And then you said something about Urame blocking it. That's my point. The fact that she chooses to what's it called block it instead of dodge it shows that she's not massively faster than it. And if she comments on it being fast, then unless you're trying to say that she's like massively faster than it, I don't know why she would comment on it being fast.
Okay, again, and that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that Uraume could just be surprised by the fact that it's still speeding up, and that's why she has to block because she was expecting it to, right? And then again, that fast thing, it's not a prerequisite by arguing for it to suddenly speed up by a massive degree. As long as it's consistently speeding up, Uraume has sufficient reason to be surprised by it. And again, I already told you, I didn't drop that point by the way. It from what it looks like, it's just him doing pierce like breaking his hand barrier 2 times.
I think I already attacked that. You want to move on?
If your response was, "Oh, we don't see it at the beginning," then
No, 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 no,
again,
no,
it's a
no,
mute
no.
piercing board.
Let's just okay. There's also another thing with this, which is the fact that even if we do say that like okay, Urame is faster than it, the fact that she comments on it being fast and Kenjaku looks at piercing blood and he sees it as something that is like something he can just wave away, like he doesn't really consider as a threat to him. I think that would still show that Kenjaku is above, even if Urame was faster than
Yeah,
like
but
you're trying to.
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying is the fasting in comparison to Uraume, or is it fast in the sense that it did something really quickly that Uraume wasn't expecting?
That's assuming that it massively sped up.
That's assuming that it massively sped up. Again,
Yeah,
I give you back as to why I did, but we could move off that.
you just said that it wasn't a prerequisite in your argument. You're clearly not arguing for that.
Yeah, again, I understand that it's not a prerequisite of an argument, but again, I already explained to you that even despite that, even if that was a prerequisite of an argument, you still wouldn't be defeating it.
Yeah, I think I already attacked that. We can move on. Do you agree? Do you agree Urame to a card?
Yeah, sure, bro.
Okay. Um, we so
I think
that's
Oromo
why.
is above Kinjaku anyway, but that's for another day.
Yeah. Do you have anything else to present for a card?
Not really.
I guess I'll just present one more thing. In terms of durability, I think Yuta can just tank everything Hakari has.
That's fine. Hakari just rejets everything Yuta has.
Cuts his head off.
Huh?
Cuts his head off.
Hikari just rejets it. I mean, again, that's
Hakari can
contingent on
reach in a
speed.
cut off head. Prove that
But
shit.
that again, I don't know if he can do that. He regenerates any part of his body, so maybe if
I,
he had set it up before. But again, that would have viewed a speed blitz again. If
no.
you could,
Okay.
hmm?
Okay. Don't rat Tom. You know if
How
he
am I
gets his
right?
head cut off, his brain isn't connected to his body.
I
He's gonna
agree. If he gets speed blitz, then yeah. But if he doesn't get speed blitz, Hakari could just like prepare the regen, get his head cut off, and just regen it back.
do. Okay.
Yeah.
And this
He still
is.
has DNA within his body. It's not like
Oh yeah, I
he's
forgot. I
yeah.
forgot. I have Ryu and not Yuta. Fucking.
Why does
uh,
Ryu still for Yuta?
are you fine with the idea that Ryu can damage Hakari?
Uh like the damage is it like scratch him maybe.
Motherfucker, don't do this. You know he can damage him to a significant degree.
I don't think his highest output saber is pertaining to everyone. I think it's just pertaining to Sendai.
Kill yourself. Okay.
There's a that's the translation. That's the actual translation of it.
Oh my god. Actual translation is in the translation that fits your interpretation.
Actual translation is the one that's backed up by a Japanese guy, not some Indian guy who decides to translate on manga. See,
Oh my god. Okay. I'll, do I want to get into the shit or I'll just say it's based off the Kenjaku shit. Fuck
okay,
it.
and what do you have for the Ryu to Yuta?
Ryu You're really gonna argue this shit? Okay,
Dude, like, dude, there's
why
no,
they're
hmm?
you know exactly why they're relative. Don't do this.
There's no instance that implies the relative. What are you gonna point at? When like Yuta after using RCT's like boxing him? The same shit that staged to drain
Oh
him?
my god! Do you want me to? Do you want me to show you them boxing?
No, I know. I just told you. That's what after he uses RCT.
Prove that fatigues him.
Huh?
Prove that fatigues him.
Ryu says it takes out a shit ton of his energy. He considers it a tax
He
free tip.
RCT'd from like 3 other massive injuries. Sure.
No, but that's what I'm saying. He's saying RCT in general consumes a lot of Chris energy. We see it's consistent in JJK. Whenever someone says something takes a lot out of them, a lot of Chris energy, it's generally correlative to it being speed related, or I mean, not speed related, strength related. For example, Mahito, when he says she took a lot out of my soul, he follows that up with, I'm now at 40%. So I think whenever characters say something takes a lot of this, a lot of that, again, it's also in the Gojo Suguna fight, it's generally them
Mm,
getting affected significantly in a negative way.
okay. So when he makes a statement, it's after he uses RCT 4 more times after they start boxing. So unless you're trying to say that he's fatigued before that, you can try and prove that.
Oh,
But
so you're saying
for the wait for the okay, it drains a lot. Like if you want to say that that statement actually applies, like okay, so when he says that it drains a lot, is it in reference to okay other sorcerers or someone with a mass amount of cursed energy like Yuta?
he's talking about Utah.
No, he says it drains a lot of cursed energy. Is he
Yeah,
talking about
I
Yuta just
understand that, but
or is it
he's
just a
talking
general
about
statement?
Utah, and he says RCT drains a lot of Chris energy in reference to Utah just huffing and puffing. So it's
Yeah,
still context.
okay, so now we're getting into this. Yuta huffing and puffing is after he RCTs 3 or 4 more
You want to
times.
conclude?
Oh, wait, no. Because if he starts showing fatigued after using RCT this many more times, and he doesn't have these factors before, we can use that to induct that he wasn't fatigued prior, to a significant degree at least.
Yeah, just not following addiction.
Sure, you got that.
Sure.
We can
Like
conclude that.
this is reverse curse technique, like just singularly.
Um,
Um,
they swap after this, after domain.
After domain, when
Yeah.
both of them are quantifiably weaker.
Yeah. Are you trying to say that? Wait. He's unquantifiably weaker. Prove that.
Who? Who?
Yuta,
Utah domain fatigues you.
someone with a Shikigami
Why?
stated to have endless amounts of cursed energy.
Yeah, Shikigami that stores curse energy for Utah, yeah. But we see like Utah has like blood stains on his body. So like we
And
see
he has
we see
RCT.
huh?
Blood stains on his body from before
Let
he
me
used RCT. Good shit.
let me say what I mean. See what I mean. You're not following. You know what chapter this fight is?
180 is when they start fighting after domain.
He has marks on his face. So I don't know. Good shit, man.
Some scratches, sure.
Okay. He's not using RCT.
Uh, Are you saying that you can't use RCT on the part? Wait, hold on a second. You said that he used RCT on Uro and Ryu's big attacks.
Hmm?
Ryu says that Yuta uses RCT on their big moves.
Yeah,
You
that's
think
fine.
Yuta's gonna look at a scratch and waste cursed energy on that?
Doesn't he have a crazy amount doesn't he have infinite curse energy supply?
Shit, yeah.
Okay, so what? How's it wasting curse energy? If it like obviously scratches that's bleeding, obviously it's gonna fatigue you. That's just how it works. Blood loss fatigues you. So why would he not deal with it if he has an
Wait. Are
infinite amount of curse
you're
energy?
saying a paper cut fatigues you? Yeah, prove that.
A paper cut?
Yeah, prove that.
Yeah, he significantly. If you lose a
It's
significant amount of blood from it, yeah.
significantly all right. You
If
got
there's a
that.
drop, wait. From a paper cut, you can get a drop of blood that falls down, or like a little bit. But if it's a significant amount of like, if it's just blood loss significantly, then obviously, if like, and he has scratches all over his face. It's not just like, oh, he's a little tiny
There is
scratch.
no blood on his face.
Yeah, because obviously these scratches are from a while ago. But my point is, he's
So
still
we
not using
RCT.
it
Good
to heal
shit.
them, huh?
So we RCT. There's no blood on his face.
Okay, wait. Why is it that they're not from before RCT? They're just like after that. Let me show you.
You just said it was from before. What are you talking
I
about?
said it's from a while ago. That doesn't mean it's before RCT. Those are different things.
Okay. Okay, so if there's no blood leaking out of it, then that just defeats your point.
If it's a big bruise, then obviously blood had leaked out of it. We see like Yuta bleeding every time he's
And it's,
hurt.
and it's no longer a big bruise, so we RCT'd.
If he RCT, he would have healed it. No, have you ever seen anything in the series where characters have like half RCT their bodies?
Yuji has RCT and he still has scars from Mahito's wounds.
Yeah, but that's from a while ago. Like that's just a facial scar. That doesn't hurt him because he's already healed.
And
That's just a face.
Yuta with scratches that, by your logic, aren't
Nigga, do you
weakening
see
him.
Yuta still with those scratches to this chapter?
What?
Do you still see Yuta with those scratches in his body?
On his
The
body?
Yuji shit is not comparable at all.
Do we ever see scratches on his body, or is it just on his face?
That's what I mean, nigga. Do you still see those scratches on his face?
Yeah. What
What?
about it?
Just show me. Go ahead. Go ahead.
There are scratches on his face. What are you talking about?
Yuta's face?
Yeah.
To this chapter. The same scratches that were against Ryu. Go ahead. Show me. I'll watch.
Okay. Look at his face. Are you trying to say there's
Like,
not scratches on his face?
Bad, bro.
What? Wait,
Where
what?
do you look at these two panels? Do you see the same scratches on his face?
What two panels?
The check general.
Alright. No, what about it?
Okay, that's my point. Then the Yuji shit is not comparable. If he goes out of his way to heal this, right?
Yeah, this shit's getting stupid. We can move on. This shit's getting stupid.
Okay, cool.
Alright,
and
that's practically it. Let's see. Got more shit.
The Ryu and Yuta thing doesn't like matter too much. Ryu just has no physical scaling to Yuta. It's generally like a weakened Yuta that fights Ryu, and Yuta's not trying to kill him anyway. But I'm not gonna use that. It's whatever.
Yeah, you're not gonna use that shit, bro. Alright, we can
So that's a gesture argument. That nigga can use that argument.
fucking gesture argument. Yeah, we can. Don't make me start arguing Ryu above you to like gesture.
Bro, dude, gestures Ryu arguments are terrible. Oh my god.
They are, but I'm not gonna use them. Yeah. Yeah, we can just end it there. Mercury, you can start recording. I'll just save it.